why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies! They are ladies, look at their pronouns! What about this person that isn't a lady? Well, his penis. Her penis, you fucking bigot!
The uncompromising critic of woke culture. Ricky Gervais has never been one to hold back, and his bold commentary on woke culture and its impact on comedy has been nothing short of brutal. His comedy isn't for the faint of heart, especially when he takes aim at the growing trend of political correctness that's slowly eroding the essence of humor. For Gervais, one of the greatest sins in the world today is people who
go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like. I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive. I want them to start saying I found it offensive. Because that's all it is. You're just telling me how you feel about it. There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke. It's trying to make I'm offended sound important. It's no different to saying I've got a pain in my leg. Right, I believe you.
Joke. He doesn't understand how some individuals believe they have the right to navigate life without ever being challenged or hearing something they don't like. Gervais isn't afraid to call it out. I want people to stop saying, that joke's offensive. I want them to say, I found it offensive.
You can if their feelings are wrong. You know, if you don't like the fact, don't change the fact, change the feeling. You don't have to pave the jungle. You can just grow a pair.
It's how you feel. There's nothing intrinsically offensive about a joke. We shouldn't be making offense sound like something important, like it's some deep moral argument. It's just someone's opinion. His attitude is simple. If you don't...
Women. Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women. Oh, God. You know, the ones with wombs. Oh. Those fucking dinosaurs. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and cocks. They're as good as...
But don't try to shut down free speech for everyone else. Gervais calls out the hypocrisy of people who demand to express their beliefs freely, yet expect others to tiptoe around their sensitivities. He argues that, instead of trying to change facts to suit personal feelings, we should grow up and learn to laugh at things, whether we agree with them or not. It's clear that Gervais's humor strikes a nerve, especially with those who feel that
fashion, and now the old-fashioned, they go, oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies. They are ladies, look at their pronouns. What about this person that isn't a lady? Well, his penis. Her penis, you fucking bigot.
Its agenda onto everyone else. For him, the rise of this culture is a threat to the very foundation of comedy, a space that thrives on challenging ideas and breaking boundaries. He isn't afraid to confront those behind this shift. Why shouldn't they use the ladies' toilets? They are ladies. Look at their pronouns. What makes someone not a lady? Well, his penis, her penis. You bigot. This kind of unfiltered commentary isn't just a routine for Gervais, it's his signature. Whether discussing the ever-evolving gender debate or calling out the extreme reactions to these conversations, he's fearless in his approach. And while he's been criticized for this, he doesn't care, because he believes it's his job.
What if he rapes me? What if she rapes you? You fucking turf whore!
His stand-up, much like his hosting of major events like the Golden Globes, leaves no topic off-limits. But it's not just for shock value. Gervais is trying to spark deeper conversations about the changing norms in society, particularly in Hollywood. He's concerned with how the far left is increasing what's acceptable for the rest of society. Even with the fallout from his career, including shows like The Ricky Gervais Show being cancelled due to backlash, he remains unbowed. For example, a group like GLAAD targeted his content, accusing him of spreading dangerous anti-trans messages. But
if you're the type of person to revel in someone getting cancelled for something they said 10 years ago, you're just ensuring that one day you'll be cancelled for something you said today. You can't predict what will be offensive in the future. You don't know who the dominant mob will be, you know.
Time for those who try to shut him down in the name of protection or political correctness. Gervais explains, if I offend you, I'm not sorry. And there's a whole group of comedians out there apologizing for jokes. Don't do that. You're just giving in to this nonsense. In his view, comedy shouldn't be about bowing to the pressures of a select few. It should be about freedom of expression and being willing to laugh at the absurdities of the world around us. He believes that humor allows people to navigate difficult topics in a way that opens up conversations, not shuts them down. If there's one thing Ricky Gervais can't stand, it's the growing trend of censorship and the shrinking space for honest, unfiltered comedy. His message is simple: if you can't take a joke, don't demand everyone else stop laughing. And if you find it offensive, that's your right, but it doesn't mean the joke's wrong. Ricky Gervais, standing strong against woke culture in comedy. Ricky Gervais is no stranger to controversy, especially when it comes to confronting the over-the-top tendencies of today's woke culture. He's never been one to back down from calling out those who want to dictate what's acceptable and what's offensive, especially when it's at the expense of genuine comedy. Gervais has made it clear, people who revel in the cancel culture of today are setting themselves up for a fall. He often points out that those who get satisfaction from seeing others canceled over something they said years ago are just guaranteeing that one day they'll be the ones canceled for something they said today. After all, who can predict what will be deemed offensive?
A woman said, "You should never make jokes about food allergies." I should have left it, right? I sent back, "I make jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, and the Holocaust, right? And you're telling me I should never joke about food allergies." She sent back, "Yes, but the Holocaust didn't kill children." It did, didn't it? It was horrible, the Holocaust. Some would say as bad as food allergies.
Changes, and you don't know who will be next in their crosshairs. For someone like Gervais, who has lived his life as an open, straightforward person, this makes perfect sense. He's faced many challenges in his career, but no matter how powerful the forces against him were, he never caved. He even left work behind in the past over disagreements with industry figures. That's the kind of backbone that sets him apart from others in Hollywood. As an icon of comedy, Gervais's ultimate nemesis is the influencers and public figures who manipulate their audience into following the narratives they push, whether those ideas make sense or not. This is why even at some of the world's most prestigious events, like the Oscars and the Golden Globes, no one is safe from Gervais's pointed humor. He won't let these figures hide behind their popularity or influence. What makes Ricky Gervais